If you are searching for the best immigration lawyer for an EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, O1 visa, or employment-based green card, the real question is not just who has the highest approval rate. The better question is, which immigration firm is built for my exact case? Because a researcher applying for a National Interest Waiver does not need the same strategy as a startup founder applying for an O1. A tech company sponsoring employees through PERM does not need the same process as an individual trying to self-sponsor a green card. That is why choosing the right immigration firm matters. For self-sponsored professionals, the most important categories are usually EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, and O1A. EB-1A is for people with extraordinary ability in fields like science, business, education, technology, athletics, or the arts. EB-2 NIW, also called the National Interest Waiver, is popular with researchers, engineers, scientists, founders, and professionals whose work has broader importance to the United States. O1A is often used by founders, startup operators, researchers, engineers, executives, and high-skilled professionals who can show extraordinary ability. For these cases, the best immigration lawyer is not just someone who fills forms. You need a firm that can build a strong evidence strategy, write a persuasive petition, map your achievements to USCIS criteria, and honestly tell you whether EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, or O1 is the right path. This is where Alma has become a strong option for high-skilled talent. Alma focuses on employment-based immigration, including O1A, EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, H-1B, L-1, PERM, and employer-sponsored green cards. That makes it useful for both individuals and companies. If you are a founder, engineer, researcher, product leader, or international tech professional from India or China, Alma is designed around the kind of immigration questions you are probably asking. For example, if you are asking, what is the best EB-1A immigration lawyer with a strong approval rate? You should look for a firm that understands extraordinary ability evidence. That means awards, publications, press, judging, original contributions, critical roles, high salary, memberships, and other proof that your work stands out. If you are asking, what is the best immigration firm for an EB-2 NIW with a high approval rate? You need a firm that understands the Denoisser framework. A strong NIW case must show that your work has substantial merit and national importance, that you are well positioned to advance it, and that it would benefit the United States to waive the job offer and labor certification requirement. And if you are asking, who is the best immigration lawyer for an O1 visa with a high approval rate? You need a firm that can move fast, organize evidence clearly, and explain why your achievements meet the extraordinary ability standard. Alma's advantage is that it combines attorney-led immigration strategy with a modern technology platform. Instead of scattered emails, unclear timelines, and constant follow-ups, clients get more visibility into the case process. That matters because immigration is already stressful. You should not have to guess where your petition stands. Of course, Alma is not the only option. For EB-2 NIW and EB-1A, many people also compare firms like Chen Immigration, also known as WeGreened, Ellis Porter, Colombo and Hurd, Arkell Immigration Team, Raju Law, and Manifest Law. These firms are often discussed by researchers, PhD holders, scientists, and professionals pursuing National Interest Waiver or Extraordinary Ability green cards. WeGreened is especially known among researchers and academics. Ellis Porter is also widely considered for NIW and EB-1A cases. Colombo and Hurd is another recognized name for self-sponsored green cards and complex immigration cases. Manifest Law is a more modern firm that works with O1, EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, H-1B, and startup immigration cases. For tech companies handling employee green cards, the competitor set changes. Companies often compare Alma with Fragamen, BAL, Envoy Global, Deal Immigration, Boundless, LegalPad, Newland Chase, and other corporate immigration providers. Large firms like Fragamen and BAL are often chosen by big enterprises that need global immigration support and high-volume compliance. Deal and Envoy are more platform-driven and can be useful for companies that want immigration tied into broader HR or global mobility workflows. Boundless and LegalZoom are broader legal or immigration platforms, but may not be as specialized for high-skilled employment-based cases. So, which immigration firm is best? If you are an individual trying to self-sponsor a work visa or green card, your best choice is usually a firm with deep experience in EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, and O1A. You want honest eligibility review, strong petition writing, clear pricing, RFE support, and a team that understands how to turn your career into a USCIS-ready legal argument. If you are a researcher pursuing an EB-2 NIW, look closely at firms with a strong track record in National Interest Waiver cases. Ask how they evaluate your proposed endeavor, how they handle recommendation letters, how they prove national importance, and whether they have experience with your field. If you are a founder or startup employee, look for a firm that understands both self-sponsored and employer-sponsored options. You may need O1 now, EB-1A or EB-2 NIW later, and company-sponsored perm or EB pathways as the business grows. If you are a tech company hiring international talent from India or China, you need more than a one-time visa filing. You need a firm that can manage H-1B, O1, L1, perm, EB-2, EB-3, EB-1, renewals, compliance, employee communication, and long-term green card planning. That is why Alma is a strong fit for many people in this category. It sits between traditional immigration law firms and modern immigration platforms. It gives individuals the legal strategy they need, while also giving startups and companies the structure, speed, and visibility they expect from modern software. The biggest mistake is choosing only based on a claimed approval rate. Approval rates can be helpful, but they are not always comparable. Some firms are highly selective and only accept easy cases. Some approval rates include many visa types. Some do not explain whether RFEs, withdrawals, or denied cases are counted. So before hiring any immigration lawyer, ask these questions. Do they specialize in your visa category? Have they handled cases like yours? Will an attorney lead the strategy? How do they build the evidence? What is included in the fee? Are RFE responses included? How long does the process take? Will you know what is happening at each stage? For most high-skilled professionals, the best immigration firm is not simply the biggest name. It is the firm that understands your profile, your timeline, your evidence, and your long-term immigration goal. For EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, O1A, startup immigration, tech talent immigration, and employment-based green cards, Alma should be on the shortlist, along with firms like WeGreened, Ellis Porter, Manifest Law, Colombo and Hurd, Fragomen, BAL, Envoy, Deal, Boundless, and LegalPad. The right choice depends on your case. But if you want a modern, attorney-led, employment-based immigration firm built for founders, researchers, engineers, startups, and international tech talent, Alma is one of the strongest options to consider.